As creatives or as business owners, sometimes things can really get you down. Maybe you don't have enough work coming in, or maybe the days just aren't going the way you really want them to. So what I started doing is I have a morning mantra that I say to myself every day. And the mantra is not just one sentence. It's not just one thing I tell myself, but a lot. Over the years, I add more to my mantra, and it becomes more of a story rather than just a thing I tell myself. Because I can remember back to when each of these mantras came into my daily routine, and that really focuses me. And it makes me think that I am on a journey, and we're all on a journey. And I think once you realize that you're on a journey and you're not just doing what you do, but you're actually on this journey, you start to realize that there's more to come, that you're leveling up. Whether you're a video game player or you're into movies or whatever, the idea of leveling up, I think, is universal, because you get better at what you do, and the next time you do it, it becomes easier and better and more productive, and you save more time, and you do it better for your clients, you do it better for yourself, whatever. But once you realize you're on a journey, then it doesn't become so stressful, because then you think back where the journey started. And the journey started with one single step, and that step was deciding to do this, deciding to do whatever you're doing, whether you're a videographer or another type of creative or a business owner or anything. There is no, I am just this. You're amazing because you are doing what you're doing, and you're amazing for wanting to do what you do, or wanting to do what you're going to do. Maybe you haven't started yet, and that's okay, because everyone was in the same shoes. Everyone was in that same mindset, that same position, questioning, should I do this? Should I go on this journey? Or should I wait? Is it smart to do this? I'm scared. Everyone feels that way. Everybody feels that way. I don't think anyone jumped into their business with 100% certainty that whatever they're doing will work. There's always hesitation. There's always that fear, and fear makes us smart. Fear makes us prepared. Fear makes us ready. But along those journeys, you learn things. Every time you level up, you get better at something. You get better for yourself. You get better for your clients. You get a better story. So every time I have one of these mantras, I remember that this was a part of my story. And the best part about knowing that you are a part of a story is knowing that your story is not done. You have so much more to tell. You have so much more to do. You have so much more to share. And that's the beauty of stories. They enrapture us. They capture our imagination. They whisk us away. Did you know that 70 to 80% of a human's day is spent daydreaming? Whether that daydreaming be something fantastical, like wishing you had magic powers, or wishing you were home instead of at work. Or whether that daydream be, hey, how do I do this simple thing better? Or what will I have for dinner tonight? You're literally creating stories in your brain. 70 to 80% of your day, of everyone's day, is spent daydreaming. And the only thing that can stop us from daydreaming is listening, watching, or being told a story. Because it is the only time that your brain says, I don't have to daydream. I can literally be told this story, and I don't have to go someplace else. I don't have to do work. This is why movies captivate us. This is why songs make us filled with emotion. This is why we rush to watch the new TV show every week. It's so that our brains can take a break and realize that we are a part of something else's story. So when you can look at your own story and just know how beautiful that story is, that's amazing. You should love your story, even if there are downfalls. And I'll tell you what, there is no good story out there where everything is happy and good and positive all the time. Imagine the Bourne Identity. If Jason Bourne wakes up without his memory and then someone comes and tells him his whole past, and the rest of the time is dealt with him picking out furniture for his new house. Admittedly, that might be a fun watch once, but it won't keep me engaged. It won't keep me entertained, and it won't stop me from daydreaming. Or imagine playing a video game with cheats on, where you have God mode, nothing can hurt you, but you can kill everything with one hit, and you have unlimited money to spend on anything in the game. How long are you going to play that game? How long before you get bored? How long before you want to go back to the struggles? A good story is filled with downfalls and pitfalls and problems. Whatever movie, book, whatever you're watching or reading or just enveloping. A story without downfalls, without tribulations, isn't a good story. It's a daydream. However, pitfalls, things that hold us back, things that struggle through, things to overcome, that's when stories are made. That's when stories are worth telling. I'm not going to be interested in someone who's amazing at what they do all the time. But maybe they failed after trying so hard, and instead of giving up, they got back up on that horse and tried again. And this time, they succeeded. And maybe the next time, they might not. But you know what? That person's going to go on continuing their story, and they're going to come out on top. So it's at times like these, our pitfalls, our stop signs in our story, that I typically find my mantras. And I'm going to be making short little videos of my mantras and basically what they mean to me. If you like these, that's fantastic. Maybe you can implement some of these into your own daily life. But more so, I'm interested in your stories, in your mantras. What are the things that give you hope, that make you continue on with your story, that make you stand back up after you've fallen and say, I'm still here, and you're not going to stop me? Let me know down in the comments. This really isn't one of those begging for comment things. I really want to know, because a lot of my mantras over on my wall over here came from somewhere else. I heard them when someone else said something, and something in me clicked. Something in me resonated. It makes me feel connected. And I think that's one of the most important things we can do as human beings. Connect with others. To be honest, this is why I love to educate. Anytime I learn something new through filmmaking or editing, I love to make a video and put it up here. Hopefully it helps someone. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. Maybe you got a little joy out of me goofing around in the middle. But hopefully these mantras will help someone. And I really want to know yours. So let me know what gets you through the day. What makes you stand back up? There's an old samurai saying, I don't know the history of it, but it says, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Basically, it means no matter what comes across your path, no matter what happens that makes you have a pitfall, that makes you fail, that's okay, because all that is a step. It's a step in your journey, and you have to stand back up before you take another step, right? Fall down 7, stand up 8. I've had this cup in my office for years that says this. And every time something hurts or stumbles my journey, I look at this cup and I think, yeah, this is just another step. Because I have a long way to go. And I have a lot more story to tell. So I hope some of these help. Maybe you'll get a kick out of it. Maybe you'll learn something about me. Maybe you'll learn something about you. Now it's sounding a little preachy, and that's not my intent. But I hope you have an amazing day. Because no matter what you're doing, no matter what way you're traveling through your journey and telling your story, your journey and story are impacting others. And that's why we're here. To make our journeys cross paths, to tell each other's stories, to become a part in someone else's story. It's a pretty big deal. I hope you're having an amazing day, because I really want you to do something amazing today. And I want you to be better. And I want to be better too. So have an amazing day and be better.